Hi, I didn't see you there. Sorry, I'm just kind of sick as a dog right now. But anyway, I'm going to power through it and teach you about how to add integers. In this video, I'm also going to give you a couple strategies to help you to understand how to add integers. And eventually we're going to apply it using calculators, but I want you to understand the main concept of adding integers first. So really we're kind of talking about positives versus negatives. In our first problem, we have -3 plus 5. There's a couple different ways to help you visualize how to add a negative and positive number. So let's take -3. I'm going to use yellow for -3 and draw 3 dots. The yellow represents negative, and I drew 3 of them because it's -3. Plus 5. Since 5 is positive, I'm going to use a different color and draw 5 purple dots. Because we're adding them, one way to simplify this is I'm going to cross off 3 negatives, and I'm going to cross off 3 positives, and I'm left with 2 dots left over. So -3 plus 5 is 2. If you would prefer to use a number line, you're going to start at -3, and I'm going to add 5. Because I'm adding 5, I'm going to move in the positive direction. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -3, excuse me, plus 5 is positive 2. Here's another example. Positive 2 plus -7. I'm going to cross off from each side until one of them cancel out. 1, 1, 2, 2. I'm left with 5 dots left over, and because they're negative, my answer is -5. Or if you'd prefer to look at a number line, I'm going to start at positive 2. Because I'm adding a negative, I have to go in the negative direction. So I'm going to go 7 in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which also brings me to -5. In this example, I have 2 negatives. I have -3 plus -5. Now, because they're both negative, I'm going to combine them because we're adding. I'm not going to cancel any out. So in total, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So -3 plus -5 is -8. Using the number line, I'm going to start at -3. And because I'm going in the negative direction, I'm adding the negative. So I'm going to go -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, my final answer is -8. In this example, I have -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus positive 3. 1, 2, 3. Because they're different signs, I'm going to cancel them out. And I'm going to cancel 1 from each side until one of them are completely canceled out. So now I'm left with 3 negatives. So my final answer is negative 3. If you want to look at a number line, I'm going to start at negative 6, and I'm adding 3. So I'm going in the positive direction. 1, 2, 3. Again, my final answer is negative 3. Okay, let's look at this example here. I have negative 9 plus 0. Now keep in mind, 0 is neither positive nor negative, it's neutral. So I have negative 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, I'm adding 0 to it, so pretty much I'm not adding anything. So my answer is just negative 9. Anything plus 0 is the other number because you're not adding anything to it. Just as if we were to look at our number line at negative 9, since I'm not adding anything to it, I'm staying where I am. So my final answer is negative 9. Let's do one more example before we get to our graphic organizer. I have positive 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cancel 1 from each side. Now, because I've canceled out both of them, I'm left with nothing. If you look at 4 and negative 4 are opposites, so if we're adding them, they cancel out to 0. Looking on a number line, I'm going to start at positive 4. And because I'm adding negative 4 to it, I have to go in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, which again lands me at 0. Now I want you to open up to your graphic organizer. The graphic organizer has both representations. So using chips as well as using a number line. So here I have negative 3 plus negative 2. Because they're both negative, I'm going to combine them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my final answer is negative 5. Looking at a number line, I'm going to start at negative 3. Uh-oh. I'm going to start at negative 3. Well, that's fun. Let's just get rid of that altogether. I don't understand technology sometimes. I'm going to start at negative 3 because I'm adding a negative. I'm going to go in the negative direction. So 1, 2, which again lands me at negative 5. Let's look at our next example. We're adding 2 positives. So again, I'm just going to combine them because they're the same sign. I have positive 4, positive 3, which when added together gives me positive 7. Excuse me for a second. Much better. So again, I can start at positive 4 and add 3. 1, 2, 3. Will this work? Nope. On your sheets, you can do this. It'll land me at positive 7. Now, I have a negative plus a positive. So if I cancel out 1 from each, I'm left with 4 positives. So my final answer of negative 1 plus 5 is positive 4. If you look on your number line, you're going to start at negative 1 and add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which also gets me to positive 4. In our last example, I have 3 positives, which is green, 6 negatives, which is red. Because they're different, I'm going to cancel them out. And if you notice here, I'm left with 3 negatives. So positive 3, excuse me, plus negative 6 gives me negative 3. If I were to look at my number line, I'm going to start at positive 3 and add negative 6. Because I'm adding a negative, I'm going to go in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, positive 3 plus negative 6 will leave me with negative 3. Alright, boys and girls, I hope you have a good rest of the evening, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm not really sure what's going on. Alright, goodbye.